The reason we want to go through this, we want to figure out like in 2.0 for the VOD side, right? What it looks like, how easy it is to use, and for Julie, myself, Taylor, push. It's like building also that for you guys in sales, me in sales, is building that that walkthrough, right? What are the steps that they need to take to do it? So we're explaining it from a marketing perspective in the materials and even in onboarding. We're really clear and concise. We know what works, and that we can start onboarding some brands and start working through like any issues we have, what we think is happening and what happens, as we know, sometimes they're two different things, or how they use it. Sometimes there are two different things as well. So with that, I will hand it over to, sorry, Julie.
So there's two components to it. Like Cynthia says, it's the marketing communication component that we need to make sure we complement and articulate everything that the user would actually experience through 2.0, but also the analytics side of things too, as users are interacting with the product in it, trying to onboard or trying to do certain things that are kind of critical actions in the product. We want to make sure that we understand how these things are being tracked and start to kind of build almost like a heartbeat monitor, right? For us to be able to understand how we are doing in onboarding the people. And if they're dropping off or they're not doing certain things, then we need to revisit the market communication pieces.
Yeah, so as like the first, in our first phase, we need to bring on each brand individually, right? Like, so it's, as we're doing now, it's a demo. We have all the analytics of what they've done in the platform.
Beautiful.
But we'll I think the most important analytics are the conversion and the shoppable videos, baselining what the customer is doing until we're over like the hundreds. The product level analytics are going to be handled much better by us knowing actually what people are doing, right?
As long as we have analytics in those those key events like that, that's the piece I want to make sure we have, and we have the ability to actually like review them on a recurring basis.
Cool. Pushpa, do you want to share or should I share?
Yeah, I can share.
Awesome.
Pushpa gave me a sneak peek before. It looks really, really good. It's very cool.
So this is in QA, Cynthia, because you wanted a demo, but we're planning to push this to prod by 15th, right? Which is this Friday. We've changed the UI. So this is the shoppable video, and this is the playlist, right? And these are live shows. Now under shoppable video, I'll just go back here. If you want to create a shoppable video, the UI has changed. Title, this will get it changed. It should be capital T. Yeah, have a title, hashtag. We're not really using this hashtag anywhere today in terms of analytics and all, but later, right? Later after 15, we'll also figure out like what we can do with this hashtags.
So what's in the little icon next to the word hashtag right now? Yeah, what's in that tidbit?
A minimum of 6 hashtags.
Tag your video with a maximum of 6 hashtags.
Yeah.
Maximum of 6.
Okay,
right?
So a maximum, do you have to have a minimum?
No.
It's
without hashtag also it's fine. It works. Yeah. Ideally, where the hashtags uses is like when you have a lot of videos, right? For us, if we want to show all the entire jewelry content in one place and all, hashtags would become relevant. And if we want to also capture like, the analytics on hashtags, it would become relevant. But all of that will take it at a later stage. But for now, at least we're introducing this here so that the user knows that they can use a hashtag. This is the type, right? We support 2 kinds of videos. One is the portrait, which is like your mobile dimensions. And then the landscape, which is what like your YouTube kind of a video. So I'll select the portrait here. Thumbnail is like the cover photo. Again, the cover photo can be a video thumbnail, but for 15, we support like either a GIF or a JPEG. Select a thumbnail.
Yeah, later on it would like auto select it, right?
Yeah.
Just
we can auto generate thumbnails. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll pick something.
What's the largest size video time-wise that a brand can ingest and make it shoppable?
Would suggest not to, like, we do not have a limit here, but to ensure that the performance is better, 30 seconds to 1 minute is recommended.
1 minute?
Yeah,
Yeah.
30 to, this is also what like the industry standard is, 30 seconds to 1 minute. And just
Yeah.
so you guys know, kind of technically what we're doing with those videos is we're actually pushing the MP4 file on the browser, right? So we're actually using the video file like you would have on your computer, we're pushing it. Whereas anything that's longer, and most of the competitors aren't doing this yet either, right? Like video wise, I was looking at them, they recommend 30 to a minute, and they only do these MP4s. If it gets longer, it doesn't work very well. And for that, we're using what we do in our live streaming, which converts it to an HLS stream, and it pulls it in real time and adjusts to the bandwidth of the device and the screen size, right? So that's why, you know, if you're on YouTube or something, this is all HLS stream. They're not playing a video file. So just an extra like tidbit.
And so MP4 is the only file format we're accepting.
Yeah, MP4 videos.
Do you think there's an issue? Is there an issue with that? Just I was like questioning from a client perspective.
Most of the videos are MP4, and
Yeah.
initially, right, till we support YouTube, Instagram, and all of that uploads. If someone wants it, we can also like download it and provide them with MP4.
Yeah, so we
Like,
want to
Access section, but just initially till we support different videos together.
So what if they,
Can we-
go ahead.
Go ahead.
So if they created something, if they created a video
Hmm.
for YouTube, they couldn't necessarily use that same video unless they converted it to MP4 to upload here. Or if they can use it on Facebook and it was a different file format, they couldn't just upload it into our system to use it, to reuse content they already own in a different format.
So the standard format online is MP4, right?
Just-
So
yeah.
if they're using anything online, it will be in MP4, and that's what we support. Other than that, like it's just, and this is where we can get into like from a servicing perspective.
Yeah.
If a team just has like, here's a Dropbox of videos, give
Yeah.
us that link, we'll put them in the system for them, right? Like that's not going to be a barrier for us. What we, right, from until that team is like, hey, we have so many videos, we can't convert them. Because what we have to build is basically a piece of software within our app that when you drag this file, it converts it like magically, right? It optimizes it. There's a whole bunch of logic that we have to do there. But because there are programs out there already, and this is what the other apps do now, is like they just say, hey, send us the videos and we'll ingest them for you, right? So it's a professional service that we provide for free. So it's even better than them having to fiddle with something, right?
Yeah, and most of the company created videos will generally be in MP4 format. And
Yeah.
these are the videos they upload on YouTube or Instagram.
Yeah.
So we should be fine. But in case if someone wants a conversion, there are third-party tools or we can do it for them. Again, this is the initial phase.
And then is there a way to put, I'm still concerned that we can only do a minute-long video, so that excludes a lot of content that the brands create. Is there any way we can put that in?
Yeah.
We
So
can't
that-
Put it in the self-service where the video can be a maximum. We'll say that, but I think it should be somewhere here where please upload the video and it should be a maximum of 1 minute.
Yeah.
Because they're going to get confused.
All the Face House videos were longer than 1 minute.
All the Face House ones are longer. SBL is longer. Every one that we've been collecting, Keep It Handsome, like they had some shorter ones too, but most of the ones that are out there that are creating content, especially if they're creating any content with a celebrity, the stuff is definitely longer than, and having them like, oh, we can't take what you have, you need to cut it down into a minute, is going to be really limiting.
Yeah, that's what's worrying me.
Yeah, everybody we have has got longer content than a minute.
Yeah, and that's why we're building out the HLS conversion, right? Which the competitors don't do. So we'll be able to support that. But I can also share like the best practices that we can work with to get videos shoppable, right? Because the goal is it's a whole carousel that you can showcase the video and make it shoppable. But we do have the other formats, right, of live that we can push those videos in.
Yeah, and we're not really restricting the video, but that is like the preferred video size.
Yeah.
Oh, so
But
they could upload whatever they want. It's just gonna
Yeah.
is it gonna cut it off at a minute, or is it gonna let it roll?
no, we'll let it roll.
Okay.
But on the customer side, probably because it's a really longer video, the performance, right? Initial performance will take a bit of loading time for the video to be loaded into the system. So if you have any sample video, share it.
We got
Cynthia.
there's tons coming. Yeah.
Yeah, we can check it out. Yeah. And this is the add products, right? Again, within the same page, you can click on this, add all the products we want. And then we can click on save. I'm going to get, like, we'll make a green tick or something here to understand whether the products have been added or not. But this is it. And then I'm clicking on save.
Is there a maximum amount of products you can have?
No, we don't. But again, right, just to keep this simple,
Minute long,
because
yeah.
video, we'll recommend like not to go beyond 10 because
Like,
it's a horizontal.
Yeah, three probably, right? It's like otherwise it's not.
It's like a shoppable. Yeah.
Cool. That's it, right? So that's it. Now we can see all the shoppable videos here. Once this is done, the next step is to publish this onto the website. It's like what I've said before. You create a playlist. I've already created a playlist and I've added those 3 shows. I'll edit and I'll also add the 4th show. Save. And this embedding this playlist into the website is a one-time activity, right? You can do this once, and next time all you want to do is you can edit the playlist so that the shows keeps on editing automatically. Now in this publish.
Wait. Can you go back for a second? So I built a playlist called Cynthia's Best of Jewelry, right?
Yeah.
And so those are on my jewelry ones. And then if I want to swap videos out within that playlist, I just swap them out. If I want to create a whole new playlist, I create a whole new playlist that I may drop that code in a different area of the site, or I may do different things with it. Or are you saying like that test or Cynthia's Best of Jewelry playlist is always the name of it, and I just keep swapping things out? It's like, because I think like when you said I dropped the code in the site one time and then it's always there, that means that you're only really creating one playlist. You're just swapping the videos out.
Yeah, it's up to you. So in order to embed a playlist onto the site, it's a one-time activity, right? And once you embed this playlist onto the site, you can always edit the playlist so that the videos automatically gets edited. But if you want to create a new section on your website or new playlist, then you can create a new playlist and you can host it. Maybe I'll show you when it's getting hosted, okay?
Will it replace, like, okay, again, Cynthia's Best of Jewelry playlist and has these in it, and I start swapping out different types of things. Now it's not jewelry anymore, it's makeup. I can rename the playlist, I guess, with just that I can just go into test playlists and I can rename it at any time, or I can create separate playlists and rotate them in and out, right? One time I'm doing jewelry, then the next time I've got a whole one that's just on makeup. And I'm going to have to repost that code every single time if I'm doing multiple types of playlists that are going to be on the website.
Well, I think, yeah, generally, like the way I think we should advise brands to use it is like you have the jtv.com hero playlist, right? And so shows that get added to that, they just get added. There's no changing code. You have the jador.com playlist. You have the jtv.com jewel school playlist.
Got
right?
it.
So those get integrated once.
Yeah.
And then you swap out what you want to display there. Yeah.
So like this tray of videos, right? All you need is like a one-time thing to essentially create the section on your website. Now, if you want to control the videos which are being displayed here, there's no need for you to change the code or anything, right? All you have to do is you can control within your playlist. Like, for example, if I delete this, it automatically gets deleted here. If I delete this, it automatically gets deleted here. If I add a new video, it automatically gets populated there.
Can you switch the rotation around of the videos as well? Like drag them to different.
It's a circle. It's a circle, Cynthia. Circle.
Oh, it just okay. So it doesn't really matter. And you add the
It's-
new one, it's just going to pop up the way it pops up in, in rotation.
But if you want to, maybe, I can change
I'm
the
not
order.
just I'm just asking. Is there a maximum number of videos that you want in rotation, or that will
No.
hold in a playlist?
Again, from the platform standpoint, we don't have any limit on that. But the way this would look, maybe I'll show it to you.
Is there a minimum?
Like this, right? So it's up to the brand. Maybe 6 or 7 would be
Yeah.
better, because all of them would come in one line as a tray of videos.
Because otherwise it gets too confusing, right? I think it's like maybe it's like your hero product area or your flash sale area or something like that, right?
Yeah. And actually, all of this is intended for mobile experience, and the mobile experience looks way better. I'll project it and I'll show it to you. There, it kind of acts like swipe, swipe, swipe up.
Okay.
Like Reels.
Yeah, I just want to say on best practices side. Sorry.
Yeah.
Is there a minimum amount of videos that they need to have up there?
One.
Is it 2? Is it 3?
No, we don't have any limit, Kathleen. You can even go with 1 video. It's fine.
Okay.
So this is the playlist creation part, right? The next thing is publish. I'll explain this once. So we'll select the playlist or the tray of videos, test playlist. And this layout selection is like what the video dimensions are. Like I have all the portrait videos, right? So I'll select portrait. But if everything is a landscape video, probably I'll select landscape. So once this is done, there are two steps here.
Sorry. So that's a dual step, because you're already selecting portrait or landscape in the initial adding the video, right? So
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
have
Why would you need to do that here?
It's more about, I don't know, I think it's conforming. We haven't really, we can either automatically make this as a portrait if all this playlist has all the portrait videos, but I don't think we are doing that check today.
So I guess, are you allowed to curate a playlist with some portrait and some landscape?
That's what I was thinking too.
We do support that today, yes.
Okay, so when we do that,
But it doesn't look good. That's
I was
exactly.
gonna say, it's not going to look good. Yeah.
But we should allow them to do it, right?
Yeah, we don't, correct. We don't block it from the platform, but we can say it from the best practices standpoint.
Okay.
So if they loaded all, again, if they loaded all landscape, you're fine. It just should automatically know that the layout's going to be landscape. If you load a portrait, it should automatically know their portrait. If you mix them, we need to catch that before that happens.
You're not allowed, and then maybe maybe we can block the product from allowing them to do that.
Yeah.
But I thought we did have on the playlist creation, we did have the check of initially for landscape versus portrait playlist, but I didn't see it anymore.
We don't. We removed it. Like we're not really blocking the user anyway, but we can do that. It should be a simple thing. So what we're doing is, like, when I'm creating this playlist, maybe I'll click on edit. I'm seeing all the shows. In case I have a landscape video, I'll still see the landscape videos also. But we can put that filter there, and we can put a restriction. But I think we can get that done. And once
I think that's part of exactly. That's part of the figuring out. We tag that, hey, this is a portrait video based on the dimensions, and that's where it would be important, is adding the shows to a playlist that we have a clear selection of both. Yeah.
Then this can automatically be populated.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question. Before you publish, is there a way to review what the video looks like and what the products look like?
So before,
Together, right? So
you can directly do that on your Shopify site, and if you don't want to, you can close it, because the videos are going to sit here, and you want to view the experience here, right? Like how the carousel looks.
Can you play a video so we can see what it looks like?
Can you?
Just
Sorry. You want me to play a video?
Yeah.
I'll get there. But this is how it looks. Okay. This is Takara. This is
Right there, we can.
I've added the same products because I have only few products in
Oh,
my.
it's fine. Yeah.
I think this is another video.
Okay. And then if it's in landscape mode, it's going to play on all the way, scrolling across all the way on the bottom.
Maybe I'll add a landscape video and I'll show it to you how it looks. Instead of this dimension, which you're seeing vertical, you'll see a horizontal video. A bit more bigger video, right? Because it's a landscape one.
Is the product featuring on the bottom or on the right?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
These are
when it's
Yeah,
land, is the product going to be on the right-hand side? Or is
now
it
the
still
product
in placement?
for landscape. No, it'll still be at the bottom.
Okay.
And if there's a specific product, if they want to put it in a specific way, just is it the first product you add shows up first?
Again, this is also a circle. Okay. So
Yeah.
you can either do this way that way, but in case you want to, it depends on the order in which you add your products.
Okay.
it's the order based. Okay.
And now I'll show finally how to host this. So this is like for every playlist, think of playlist as a tray of videos, right? For every tray of videos, we have to do this once. So this is the first code, and this is just once. We need it only once. I'll also create a document on how to do this for Shopify later. So this is Shopify site. I'm here under online store. Actions, edit code. Okay. This is just a one-time activity. What we have to do is under this, there is this concept of theme.liquid file. Just need to go here and you can copy paste it anywhere below the header section. So I've already copy pasted here. If you can see this, these are the 2 lines I've copy pasted. And this for every Shopify, right? For every Shopify store, we need it once. And this also will get automated in the future. But for all the brands who already installed our app, we need this to be done. For the brands who haven't installed our app, and later when they install it, we will also push this code automatically so that there's no need for them to do it.
Okay. So the ones we're onboarding now that already have the Revo app, we're gonna have to go in and do this as well.
Yeah, just those 2 lines in the header field. But for all the new brands or who will install our app later on, when we build this feature, we will automatically put this in so that there's no need for them to do this.
When do you think that will be?
We'll take it up once we give this for prod. The idea is like we are going to give this to you on 15th. After that is done, the next step is like we'll work on all of those things. Immediately we can take this up. Cool. So this is one. And then that is like a one-time activity, right? For every Shopify store, actually, whenever they're installing the Revo app, we can ask them to do it. That's like the one-time activity. The next thing, to push the tray of videos, I'll just copy this code. And this is my home page. I can click on customize. Okay, so I can select the position where I want to host my videos. Like, for example, I want to host my videos just above this section. So I'll click on add section. And here you can also see, right, there is firework embed and all. So for us, it's custom content. I'll select the custom content. I'll give
Does
heading.
that firework embed come automatically, or you guys had something installed that made it pop up?
I installed firework.
Okay, I just was like,
You were like, wait a second.
I'm like, wait. Okay, so it says custom. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And I don't need this section for my videos. I'm just removing this block. I don't need an image. I'm removing this block. So I have my shoppable videos title, right? The next thing is I'll click on add block, custom HTML. Okay. And here I'm copying the code. Container width, I'd suggest always choose 100%. 100% is like it takes your store end to end. 50% is like it takes like 50% of your store and so on. So we'll take it 100%. We've embedded this and I have to click on save. Should I show this again?
We recorded it. This is a lot. This is
Yeah, it's like you can go to any Shopify page. Generally, Shopify gives you an ad section.
Yeah.
There are multiple sections. We'll choose something called custom content.
Yeah.
Custom content, custom HTML, and you have to put this code here. And once this is done, we're also working on showing this videos here automatically, right? By 15th, you should be able to get that. And now when I click on save.
So before you even save it, it's going to show you how it's going to look, because you don't want to publish it to your website if it's wonky.
Exactly. And here also, like now you can actually see it on your store, right? You haven't published it yet, but you're seeing in your store.
Yeah.
Okay. And you can exit this. And now if you go back to your store
and refresh, yeah.
you'll be seeing those videos. Yeah, see, shoppable video.
Shoppable videos. Did you name that, or is that?
No, I named it, so they can
Okay.
always change the name to whatever they want. Yeah,
Yeah, well, that's when you add the section, you can name the section.
correct.
Got it.
It doesn't pull the name from the template.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll show you on mobile.
It looks great, by the way.
Yeah, it really does.
So
Great.
I'm going to.
And how different is this installation to that of Firework?
Now what we are doing is we are giving a snippet of code and we're asking them to put under custom content.
Mhm.
What Fireworks has done is they've put everything under Firework plugin, so that you see that Firework plugin, then you'll be able to see the content.
So when you click on Firework plugin,
Yeah,
it allows you to upload videos there, or it already
yeah,
has
I'll
them?
show it to you.
Yeah, just because that's going to be the next kind of set of conversations, right?
Yeah.
For
Okay.
us, it's copy pasting. Yeah, this is my mobile experience, right? Now I'm
Very
playing
good.
something. We'll just pause it here. And okay, play. Okay.
Can you click on shop? Actually, click. Just I want to click. Yeah, click on one of the items.
Yeah, and we'll make everything autoplay so that it's automatically getting played. Okay, I'll just click on an item. Today we support only redirect URL, right? In-stream checkout, we'll get it later because it has a lot of restrictions on it. So I went to the product page, which is on.
Hold on, I just want to call that out. Cynthia, did you catch that?
No, sorry.
So she clicked on the product to purchase.
Yeah. Yeah.
There is no in-stream purchase yet.
Yeah.
So what happens is what you're seeing here, where you're taken to the shopping, like the actual product shopping landing page with the video pop over.
Huh.
Yeah.
This is what we call it as redirect checkout, and most of the shoppable videos give you redirect checkout. Later, we can also think about having in-stream checkout within the shoppable video, right?
Yeah,
These are the next.
This is how Firework works. This is how Bamboozle works, right? And this is also when any one's using something special on their cart, right? That it takes that into consideration. So it's the easier integration. We built it for JTV, but we will still add the seamless checkout to this.
When was that happen?
Yeah, because that's a USP, right?
That's one of the key reason why you want to use Revo instead of everybody else.
Yep. This is what I'm showing is just for October 15th, right? So after.
I get it.
Yeah.
We're just kind of asking on timelines, like, because same thing's going to happen, right? On when the in-stream shopping will actually happen for this.
Yeah.
Since we already have it specifically for live, right? So
we will. Maybe I can also show that we can discuss it in the roadmap, but the next set of features which are coming for shoppable videos include in-stream checkout. Okay, I'm unable to go to Longaberger page. I'll close this now.
but we don't have a timeline on that. End of year, maybe? Or
Yes,
this quarter.
Yes, this quarter.
This quarter, maybe every month we'll have one release, Cynthia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll stop the mobile.
Also, sorry, if we're redirecting to that page, do you notice that the video that is being now played on that page is taking up most of the screen?
yeah, I couldn't see the description of the product, right?
Yeah, we have to take a call on that. Actually, most of the shoppable video players, they do not support mini player on mobile. We are the only ones who are supporting it. They support mini player experience only on desktop because it's a larger page. So if we do not want to do that, we can simply take the user to the product redirect page and leave it at that.
I think we should do that because otherwise we're just blocking the user from buying the actual.
We can do that. That should be a simple thing. So we'll stop the mini player on the mobile because there's not so much of space, but we'll have it on the web.
Yeah, the web one I totally get because it kind of hangs out on the lower left, but you have all that real estate to have other things and check out, and it's all very separated. But on mobile, it's messy. It does block them from buying. I would just like stop even going anywhere because I can't get to it.
And this autoplay, auto mute, all the things which we're working on. So on the web, it looks okay because the play is here, you can purchase it.
Can you squeeze the browser a little bit more and see if is the video going to cover the
Or
Bible.
squeeze, reduce
Make it
it.
shrink, reduce it. Yeah, shrink it. See what happens. Yeah. So if you have it small, if you expand it all the way, out, it still covers the content.
Yeah, I mean, if we can on the desktop, I would, if we want to keep it, I would recommend bottom left instead of bottom right, because usually in a shopping, in a desktop shopping thing, the checkout box is on the right side.
Again, this is more of like what everyone else is doing. I think there's kind of logic to it. We can change it, but it's more like where your eye goes, right? So that you're not completely overlooking.
Yeah, but your eyes need to go to the buy button at that point.
Yeah.
Not go to the
buy button. She's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's actually going to hurt sales
for everybody, and even if other people are doing it that way,
looks like bamboos are uninstalled. Okay, we're gonna find a product that works.
Yeah, it's not working.
It's not just us.
Yeah, I thought I'll show it, but I don't know, it's not working suddenly.
Is this a Bamboozer experience right now?
Yeah, that was the experience, I thought. But it's their live show. They don't have shoppable videos. But still, I thought I'll show the experience. Yeah, we're here. Now for them, if you click on checkout, okay, they remove the mini player. For them, it's a customizable option, whether you want to have the mini player or not.
I can almost bet money on why they removed that video.
Me too. Yeah, exactly. It's covering the cart.
It's cock blocking their purchase.
It's completely cock blocking. You're hilarious.
Hard on getting that mini player on.
I have a question. If I'm on the website and I am shopping, it's one click where we then take the order and pass it back over to the website. What happens if I'm buying something off a live video and then I go back to the website and I buy something else in a different section? Like, do the carts
live shows, right? It's a separate context. So ideally, so shoppable videos, that's why we don't have an in-stream checkout at all. Okay. Later when we're getting
does it just go to the brand checkout? So if I'm ordering, it does. Okay. So we're not taking the order and it's not one-click checkout. It just goes into the brand cart.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, like, Zenvia and I were asking like when that in-stream checkout will be available on VOD, because that is the key differentiator for us to convince brands to use us instead of all the other platform alternatives, right? Is that we will give you higher conversion because our checkout is that much more seamless.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But our checkout, but if you're buying something, Julie, from a different section on the site, would you have two carts?
Exactly. So what will happen then, Kathleen, is like we do have something called cart sync, which is like whatever products you add to the cart here, the same products will be added to your website cart. Okay, so there would be a sync between this cart and your show cart.
Yeah, which is what we were talking about before with JTV. Well, we were redirecting to JTV's cart.
Yeah.
But anything
redirecting to their cart.
It's the same cart, but it should drop the product. Yeah. So
I think Kathleen's saying, okay, right now you're on the site. Before you engage with Revo Video, you put 2 items on the shopping cart already.
Yeah.
Then engage with a Revo Video, right? VOD. You click on the product. Do you actually now have 3 things on your shopping cart, or just the one from Revo Video?
Exactly.
Okay, wait. The question is like here. First, I need to make it auto mute. Okay, there are some products here, and I've added to this particular cart, right? So Revo cart. So whenever I add products to the cart here, automatically that action will be synced here. So if I've added 2 products there, you can actually see the same 2 products here. Now, if you go to your website and add product again, what Shopify does is it generally counts it as quantity increase, right? So every time you add to the cart, it's like you're actually adding a product to the cart.
Right.
It doesn't matter
It's
whether
not-
you're adding from the stream, or if you're adding from the website, it doesn't
So
matter.
it's the same. So it's the same. It automatically links the two together.
Yeah, as long as it's going to respect whatever's already in the pre-existing card.
Exactly, and not overwrite it or delete it or make yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that would be a showstopper.
Yeah, that is called cart sync. We actually have that, and we can get that ready by this month. I asked them to remove it because we want to give, like, brands might be overwhelmed with both the options, right? Whether they have to take cart or whether we have product redirect. So initially we are giving product redirect, but later when we have the entire in-stream checkout, then we will also have cart and in-stream checkout together. Right. There are three variations. The first one is which I showed now. The second one is like here, like for every shoppable video, you'll actually see a small cart icon. Right. And I can add products directly from here. Even though I'm not making the payment, I can still add products to this cart. So that, for example, my autumn specials video will have a cart icon which has 3 items in, which are also added to my Shopify bag. That is one way, even though we don't have in-stream checkout. The next extension to that is like if you want to purchase those 3 things, instead of going to Shopify checkout, you directly make a purchase here itself. That's like the third one.
Right. So the option that's going live on Friday is when you click on it, you just basically go to their product landing page and you have to with the purchase.
Exactly. Buy now instead of add to cart. Later we will give you add to cart, and later we'll also give you in-stream checkout.
So it takes them to a product details page?
Yeah, right now, if you click on buy now, it just takes you to the product detail page.
Okay.
Okay. I'll also give maybe I'll also share a demo. We can do it on Friday on how the cart works. And if you think that probably instead of buy now, cart is something easier, we can go with that solution.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a way for us to get a video tutorial on this? I know we're recording this call, but this is not brand facing for us having all these questions. Is there a way before Friday that we can get a quick tutorial? Maybe Taylor does it like he did last time, where it's just, really quickly what you just explained, Pushpa. So if a brand has questions, we have a video that we can send them.
Well, we're going to write down all the steps anyway, taking from this video. We're going to write down all the steps first, right? And how we actually talk to it. And then we can record a video specifically around it. Because I think there's some nuances to this that we have to we need to document out, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But we don't need it by like Friday. Like it's not even releasing till Friday or Saturday, whatever. The 15th, I think, is Saturday. It's not releasing till then. So, we have our list. We have our current list of clients we're looking at, right? Yeah. But yeah.
Well, I have to, if we have 2 consultants that we're adding, I just need to get them up to speed.
Yeah, no, I think we need a couple days to do that. For next week. We don't need to push to get them onboarded on Friday, right? So we'll talk about that in our next meeting.
Okay.
Also, which is fine.
Pushpa, this is great.
Yeah, super exciting stuff. Yay.
Good job.
Awesome.
Cool.
Thank you for that. I don't know who recorded it.
I did.
Oh,
yeah,
we did.
I'll shoot it around.
Yeah, send it to everybody so you can take a look at it. Julie, any other questions?
Nothing for right this minute. I think we need to, Ryan, if you could share the video, and then Cynthia, maybe you and I can sync a little later.
Yeah, I'm shooting from noon to 5. So, but you ping me. I'll have my laptop with me. I'll just go outside or something.
No, it's okay. We'll just sync up at 5. Like we'll talk through, and then I think given the meeting with Joel earlier, plus this one, we have a much more clear sense of the copy lock that we need to achieve on the homepage, as well as all the communication for onboarding the initial batch of brands.
Yeah. If you want to keep, because I said I'm going to be gone. If you want to keep chugging on the copy, Miro, you want to talk about it first?
I think I can. I'll play with some things, but yeah, I think we should talk at 5 and kind of sort it all out there.
Okay. Okay. Well, I can talk before then. I mean, I just want to, if we're shooting, I'm not going to, I'm not going to like do a 5, but let me ping you when I have like open time.
Yeah, if you have a moment, let's just sync up, and I'll keep thinking and marinating on all the copy tweaks and things like that too.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Pushpa. Bye, everybody.
Bye.